Hi everyone, it's Lynn from DevineCentral, and I am back with another video on just, practice spreads. One of the things that probably affected my reading ability the most is something that I learned called Tarot Mountain, and it was from marykgreer's book, 21 Ways to Read a Tarot Card. And I've done another video. Let me put it up here. And you should see this video. I will put it down below. I think there's a second video. If it is there, I'll put that one down below too. But marykgreer tells the story of the progression of the minor arcana. And it's totally amazing. And so I want to show you how you can read the cards with numbers without even looking at the elements or what's going on in the cards. Oh, and by the way, I have this new soapstone, beautiful um, incense burner, and you can see it's the smoke's coming out of it. So if you see smoke floating by, that's what it is. All right, so let me switch to a different camera. And folks, if you like this, please give it a thumbs up because that's how people find me. All right, here we go. Okay, marykgreer. In her book, under chapter 7 or number 7 activities, she has what's called the Tarot Mountain. And like I said, I have already done this. So let's go through the progression and show you how it really adds to your reading. It adds a lot of flavor and depth. Okay, so we start with the ace, right? We wake up one morning and we have this brilliant idea and we have to do something with it, right? So we move to the twos. We have to think, do we want to progress with this idea or this plan or whatever it is? Because if we do, we are at a crossroads. We either go a different direction or we decide to take that risk and decide to take that path. But we have to plan for it, right? And twos are about choices and twos are about plans, just as aces are about new ideas and new beginnings, right? All right. So we make our plan, we make the choice to move forward, and we have this climb that we have to take. This I don't know, we have to expand our horizons, right? That's what threes are about. Expanding our horizons, throwing everything we have into it, marching up, moving forward with whatever it is. Once we get to a plateau, we have an opportunity to rest. Fours are about stability, right? We have an opportunity to just let go for a moment, rest, reflect, review on what we've done and where we've come so far. And we can decide at that point if we want to just stop and come back down and go back to bed, or we can progress forward. What happens as we have gained a little bit of success and we've had a chance to mull it over and think about it, now it's time for the big climb up. And boy, this is where we run into challenges and conflicts. And this guy is climbing this cliff and it's risky and it's dangerous, but you know what? He finally makes it to the top, right? Yay. This is where we get our accolades. This is where we get to pat ourselves on the back or where we get recognition from other people. But it's kind of harmony after all of this strife and challenge that we had to go through to get where we are here on the sixes. And we can look back lovingly, right, with the cups. We can throw our hands up in the air and be proud of ourselves as people around us, in the Six of Wands cheer us on and give us faith and hope. We can share a little bit of that, with the Pentacles. And we can move on now. We have the opportunity to move down now with the Swords. So here we go, right? We're only halfway there. We look at our next leg, and it's like, oh my God, it's a sheer mountain face that we are going to have to traverse. This to me, the sevens, that's about being retested, right? And think about the stock market. Does it go up in a straight line? No, it's constantly retesting itself. So we get retested. Some of the things that we thought worked, maybe they didn't. Maybe we have to revamp something. Maybe we have to, fight off competition or whatever it is. It's not an easy climb down from that top position to that next thing we have to do. But boy, once we do hit that meadow, we get off that cliff, it's a full speed run ahead. That's action, right? Running, running, running to the end. Then we finally make it to the nines. This is completion. We made it. We survived the trip and made it to the end. Completion. Okay. So what's 10 then? 10 is where we go back in the house, we go back to bed. This is the result of our completion. We get to think about all the things that we did and how we made it and how we got there and how we're going to take the next leg of it. What's the next idea? We wake up in the morning and we have this wonderful idea how we can add to this adventure. But we have to make that decision, right? And so it goes. That's Mary Kay Greer's book. Wonderful book. I'll put it down below. You can listen, the book is old enough that you can buy it used on Amazon or any place else. So here's what I did. I wanted to, everybody loves the Celtic Cross, so I'm trying to do things related to the Celtic Cross. I'm going to show you something, an exercise that I did that I thought might be interesting to you. Colorful Dreams Tarot. It's an indie deck. I got it on Etsy. I'm not happy about the fact that it came wrapped in a string, no box, no name, no card with a name on it, nothing, just like a blank card. But it's such a beautiful deck, and I've been using it lately, so that's what you're stuck with now. Okay, let's get that camera going. There we go. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I've already shuffled the deck. Oh, okay, quit throwing cards at me. It's been throwing cards at me all morning. All right, so I'm going to shuffle this deck up, right? We're going to play a numbers game, and I want you to do this on your own as well. I'm going to show you how I did it, but I'll make some brief cuts so the setup isn't so long. Okay, I'm turning the deck over, right? I'm going to look for the first 10 minor cards, right? We have 6, 3, 8, 2, 7. We've got a 4, 10, ace, 5. We've got 2 2s. So let's use that one. Okay, and then we got a 9. All right. Okay. I'm going to shuffle these up really good. All right. So we don't know where they are. Okay, you don't know where they are. I'm going to know where they are. Celtic Cross. Okay, we got the subject. For me, this is the subject. This is the obstacle. This is where it all started. Where did it come from? Why are we here in the first place? Energy that's leaving. Oh, what's on your mind? This is the energy that's coming in versus the energy that's leaving, right? How can you sabotage the situation? Environment out of your control, advice from spirit. And this is kind of the path you're going to take if you don't do anything. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I just took a piece of, regular paper and I put all these numbers on it, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I want to put numbers on these and you're not going to know where they are, right? So that's going to be, let me just spread them out like this, make it easier to find them. Okay, here's a 2. The foundation is going to be an 8. The energy that's leaving, that's going to be our 3. Okay, what's on your mind? Stop that. Silly paper. Okay, what's on your mind is going to be 6. Okay, the energy that's coming, it's going to be a 10. How can you sabotage your situation? Well, if that's appropriate, 5. Okay. Energy, this is what's the environment around you, really over which you have no control. Or maybe you do. It's how you use it, right? All right, we have advice from spirit, and obviously, yeah, wish that was first, but it's not. Okay. All right. So let's read this spread without knowing what the cards are. Okay. All right. We need a question. Okay. It's literally 600 questions for your tarot practice in my Etsy shop. I pulled a question because I thought it was appropriate. What does the next year look like for me? I thought that would be a good question for this spread. Okay. What does the next year look like? Well, it's a year of completion, right? It's a year of ending some things that might not serve you anymore. And until you get closure in certain things, sometimes, it's just simply not, you can't move on to the next thing. Okay, where did this come from? It came from the 8. So obviously, there was actions that you were taking at some point, right? Actions and communications about stuff that, I think that you've had an opportunity to close. And now that those actions are over, it's time to move on, to let go. And the energy that is leaving you is this, I don't know, expansion. So maybe it's time for you to pull back in and get more focused on what you're doing. Instead of expanding out into other things, maybe this next year needs to be about not only closing what's going on, but pulling back a little bit and looking at the big picture and seeing, what might be the next move, but with planning and with precision. Okay. So what's on your mind? You're looking back. You're looking back at something, let's put it this way, something from the past might be affecting your present. And maybe it's something that is unfinished. Maybe it's something that you really know you need to put more time and energy and thought into before you can take off and do the next thing. And that's why you're asking, what does it look like? What does it look like to you would be my question. So the good news is, as you come around the bend, you have a 10. Tens are great. Tens are about the result of everything that you've put aside and put to bed and closed. And now you have that opportunity to move on. Yay. So what interferes with that? What is your obstacle? It's choices, right? Choose are about choices and planning. It's like, are you going to sit home and just wait to see what lands in your lap? Or are you going to actually take the time and effort to make a choice, a personal choice about how you're going to move on and how you're going to take this energy that you have in this big picture that you have and choose that direction so that once things close, you can take off running? What are you going to do to get in your own way? Conflicts and challenges. It's allowing them to interfere, and you can't do that. What should you not do? You should not let, once you make this decision, you should not let anything interfere, not let anything get in your way, no matter what it is. And if this were a sword, I would say, by God, if you're going to fight, you might as well fight to win, right? Don't let it interfere. Okay. You have stability around you. Your environment around you is stable. People see you as stable. You have this ability to really sit and hold and wait out for what it is that you want in life. And so you sleep on it. You take that time to maintain your stability and know that you have people around you that are stable as well, that I think will help you move on. So what do we have here for advice from Spirit? Advice from Spirit, 7s to me are a retest. It tells me that, listen, you're going to have to face that sheer crevasse going down that mountain, right? You're going to have obstacles in your way, but you're also going to have choices, because seven is about making a choice on how you're going to get down that mountain, how you're going to see through this opportunity or any opportunities that might come to you. And do you have opportunities? Of course you do with the 1. You have big opportunities coming your way, but you have to know, and Spirit is advising and warning you that it's not going to be an easy road. In fact, it's going to be the high road. but you can make it. You just have to get past the obstacles once you make the choice and the decision on what you're going to do. Okay. So, should we take a look at these cards and see how we did? Okay. How's my next year going to look? It is going to look like, geez, you've got some things to close out, right? And you're thinking about it and you already know it. All these swords that are in the background, they're all just anxieties and issues, and they're all these what ifs that you just need to close out and let go of, right? You have to do that. Where do they come from, right? I think they come from work. Maybe you're doing something, maybe Eight of Pentacles. Maybe you're working on something that's just so repetitive and so boring that you need to break out and you need to do something different. We certainly know you need to change your mindset, right? You need to get some closure on some of the issues that you have, maybe from the things that you're doing now that just don't set well with you, right? Okay. Number 3, we have the energy that's leaving. Okay. I guess I'll keep this as this is my 2. Okay. The energy that's leaving. Okay. So, it tends to be a celebration, right? 3s are about expansion. And these are things that are close to the heart. Maybe you have some things going on that maybe you're torn, you're pulled, right? Because maybe you do enjoy the work, but golly, it's like it's stressing you out, and maybe there's some things in your life that you enjoy that are just they're not exciting you anymore. They're not pulling you forward. And even though you enjoy them and you want them, you need to expand forward. And I think knowing that you have to let go of some of the things that you enjoy, maybe some of the vices, going out and staying out too late, not getting to work on time, not getting things done, whatever it is, that energy is leaving because it has to go. What is on your mind? We have a 6. The 6 of Cups. Again, you're looking back. Right now, you are looking at everything. You're asking, what does the next year look like for me? You're never going to know if you keep looking backward. That's why you need to get some of this stuff off your plate, and I think it just pertains to maybe the type of work that you're doing. If you can do that, if you can get some of that stuff off your plate, 10 of Cups, you have a really great, healthy energy coming in for you if you can just work through some of these issues. So, what is holding you back? What is the obstacle to get rid of some of this stuff that's just not working for you? Oh, sorry. We have, excuse me. We have the 2 of Wands. I think I'm choking up from all of this fantastic smoke that's coming off of this thing. It's really beautiful. Anyway, 2 of Wands, right? The thing that's standing in your way are choices. You have to make a choice. If you want a better life, if you want a better year, it's up to you. You have the choice. You have the opportunity. So quit looking backward, quit sitting on all the stuff, all the what ifs, all of the what if this is going to happen? What if that, all the bad stuff. Get rid of the juju, work through it, get past it, let go of the things that aren't working. And we have the 2, and you have to make a choice. So, how can you sabotage the situation for yourself? Well, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. You can, I'll tell you, it's a setback, and you can accept that. See, this is the problem that you have is you're always looking at, oh my God, what's going to happen if? It is going to happen. We all get it. Everybody gets setbacks from time to time. It's how you handle them. And so you have to work through those setbacks. You can't let them stop you. You can't let them keep you from moving forward. The people around you certainly have your back. They absolutely believe, as the 4 of Wands, that it's home to me. To me, this is like, I'm home card, right? This is the safe place. This is where you belong. You have people around you that are safe, that will lift you, that will surround you and give you the stability you need until you get where you're going. And you should use that energy because that's around you. Advice from Spirit is a 7. 7 of Cups. You have choices, right? You have choices. That's how it works. And the choices are, they're cups. They're, we hear that the 7 of Cups, there's good cups and there's bad cups, right? You have to be careful what you choose, it could be just wishful thinking as well. But in this particular case, I see all the cups as being good cups. You just have to pick. And you can't let, what ifs stand in your way. And that's what Spirit's telling you. If you can follow this path, right? Our potential future is the Ace of Pentacles. It's a new beginning for you. It's a new beginning for you if you can follow this path, if you can do the work, if you can let go of the bullshit and maybe some of the vices, get more focused on your work efforts. Quit looking backward, because everything that's good in life for you is all in a forward motion. Okay. Can I do one last thing? Can we look at the last card? What does Spirit say? We have the Page of Swords. Okay. To me, pages are about a new direction, and swords are about our thoughts, right? They're what we think and how we communicate what we think, not just to other people, but to ourselves, right? Change how you're thinking for yourself. Thank you. That's Spirit saying you need a new direction. Anyway, it's just something that you can do. It's a practice that might be of interest to you. I will put all my information on the book and the 2 videos, I think, and then where to find all these silly questions down below. And thank you again. Please like this if you are so inclined, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.